Hi and welcome to The Conscious Verse. I'm Sabine. This is part 2 of the Rising Divine Feminine. I hope you liked part 1, and this is something that is very dear to me. So you obviously have heard the phrase the Divine Feminine. Most think about fluffy, pink, beauty and so on, the typical masculine saying of society, what a woman is supposed to be, or female or feminine. So it's the typical male attitude or rhetoric, whatever you want to call it. It's different labels what a woman or female or feminine should be. But stripping away the society noise or social noise, or what the media and social media and so on saying about it, what is actually happening is a massive reset of human consciousness. And it's not about replacing the masculine with the feminine influence. It's more to the point of correcting an imbalance which existed for centuries now. We're cutting through the labels and see what divine feminine in actual fact is. How everyone needs both to survive and thrive in today's world. So feminine and masculine, it's not about a battle of the sexes or male visa female. It's not about that at all. It's more about the energy of it, regardless of male or female. So the definition of the mind masculine is structure, action, protection, logic and direction. So I've grown up in that kind of world as well. It was all about showing your worth, how you can be of worth in this world, in being productive, in having a logic mind, following directions, taking actions, this kind of stuff. Then if you define the divine feminine, it's all about intuition, creation, flow and emotional wisdom. And especially the emotional wisdom, or the emotional maturity I call it, is something we have been really missing out. I don't want to use the word lack because it's not a thing of lacking. It's just something to integrate into the new human being or the new human experience. And the problem, we did live in a purely masculine world for generations. So the worth was counted on the productivity, the competition and the hustle of this. Things like these big companies, Wall Street is all about who is more competitive, who is better. And it's not about winning or losing, is it? It's really about integrating the feminine and the masculine into the world. So however, the structure without intuition, it's like a cage. I felt it all my life. I've been so often told as a child, you're a dreamer, you want amount of anything, you're not good for anything, because I didn't fit the mold of the person, or female even at the time, to fit in the mold, fit in that time society. Thanks God that's all changing, and we can now be more finding out who we really are as a individual being. So action with no wisdom is destruction, and that is very obvious at the moment in our world, isn't it? I mean, look at all these, it's almost like these I don't know if you ever seen documentaries with gorillas, for example. They're bumping their chests who is the strongest one, who is the best one, this kind of stuff. And to be fair, it makes me laugh. It really does make me laugh. These dinosaur outlooks, they really need to go. They have nothing to do in today's world. We can't survive like that any longer. It's just not working. So many of us have been downgraded is the wrong word, but so many of us have been pressured into something we are not. And it's really so much stuff is on the rise what shouldn't have been necessary, being repressed. That was the word I was looking for. So why is the feminine energy surfacing now? Well, it's because the masculine isn't working on its own. It does need the feminine. It really needs the balance. Look at nature, it needs a balance. Again, because of all the masculine energy we had for centuries now, our planet is suffering, nature is suffering. And we really need both to be stable, to live a fulfilled life, to rescue our planet, who is really in danger at the moment. So burnout, environmental strain, social disconnect, these are not random, but symptoms of a life out of alignment. And it just shows how we need more and more to get these balance into alignment. People are awakening like from a long sleep and realize that this is not healthy anymore, how we operate, how society sees each other. And we do need a gut instinct. And if you look again at the animal kingdom, for example, they are acting on instinct. They instantly know what's right, how to go about things. They instantly know that instinct, pure and simple gut instinct. So community and overall holistic thinking is another thing. So when I say holistic thinking, what sticks out for me is the medical situation. For decades and decades, they tried to put us all in categories, in boxes, and that's just not working. We are individuals. Each us has different ways of how we're feeling things, whether it's pain or emotions. If you grieve about a lost loved one, for example, we all experience this different, and it just shows we cannot put this in boxes or categories. It's not like one shoe fits all. It just doesn't work like that. And we are waking up to that, thanks God. So people are really sitting up and saying, hang on, stop, we need different things these days. So cutting through the darkness and dealing with our own issues is really necessary. And it's healthy feminine boundaries, for example, is being wise, being compassionate, is being sovereign, self-sovereign in our own being. I grown up for a fact with the thing, you don't say no if somebody asks for your help, but actually it's quite healthy to say no now and then, isn't it? It's this whole guilt-tripping thing they try to make you do if you don't, let's say if family, for example, and somebody calls you, they would need a favor from you, but you already have something on you want to do for yourself. Don't feel guilty to say no that instant, because you do need to look after yourself. So the real strength is not loud, it's not being aggressive, it's unshakable. It's rooted in that is a strength, being unshakable you. Find out who you are, in yourself, and don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel that you have to explain yourself to anyone. It's how to embody necessary grounding and integration, which will make us stronger in the long run. So trust your gut with outside influence. So don't listen to what other people say. Listen to yourself, to your inner knowing. We all have that, and the more you work with that, the more prominent it will be. My gut instinct, once I started learning about it, it literally has not let me down. It's 99%, it's right. So don't ask lots of other people for approval when on the inside you already know what the answer is. When something feels good for you, go with it. Just go with it, go with that. Value yourself. Break down the guilt cycle around on non-action. If you feel you don't have the energy to do something once in a while, take that time out for yourself, because it is important to rejuvenate your batteries. We can't function if we not rejuvenate ourselves or refill our batteries. Hence why we got all these mental health problems, why we got all these burnout and people feeling so down and miserable all the time, because we're not given the time or giving ourselves the time to refill and recharge the batteries. So rest is where creation happens. Collaborations over competition. Is it really so bad once in a while to lose at a game, for example? I don't think so. It's being part of a game what is important. As men are starting to restore their intuitive side, that will make them become better leaders in the long run, which is great. Women are stepping into their own sovereignty, in their own power. Sometimes I can't get the words out. It's instead of being assigned a role, we are growing in our own, come stronger for it. So the rise of the divine feminine isn't a trend, it's a correction of imbalance we lived with for centuries, thousands of years, to be fair. And women have been repressed for a long time, or even the feminine in male. So again, it's really not about male or female, it's about finding the right balance within you. It certainly is not about men vis-a women, it's not. So I leave it at that, and I'm looking forward to part 3. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Have a good day.